If you want to see some just action, cool shit happening, and maybe more of like a more mature TV show, I think this one is for you. It's just very solid, very entertaining, and you're pretty well engaged throughout every episode. Until it slows down with the masculine chick, and she's like, oh. Episode 7, the season finale. Baldy is at Langley CIA headquarters a few months after the airfield went to shit. Rafe tries to tie the evidence he has that Baldy Boy is corrupt as shit, but just doing my job homie is like, nah, I don't care all that much. Then I don't give a shit homie says, where are the bearings, Rafe? As if he truly knows. He obviously probably knows that Ben has it, which clearly he does. But if it's so damn important, wouldn't you question more as to why Rafe is saying Baldy was behind it? Or does he just actually doesn't give a shit? If Ben surrenders, they'll see what they can do. Sure, I'm really sure about that. And then he wonders why Ben doesn't turn himself in. Well, would you turn yourself in right away? Probably not. You'd be like, well, shit. They all think I'm like some corrupt motherfucker now. So I might as well just wait it out or do some other shit in the meantime. And it probably was because Baldy made him look like he was behind all this, and then he also betrayed the whole team and such. Maybe that's why he's not turning himself in? You think you would know these things if you worked for the CIA? Or are they just a bunch of dummies? Baldy wants to smoke because clearly he doesn't give a shit either. Rafe tells homie that he's looking for the wrong person, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. It's Baldy Boy here, who's up to no good. And he's like, nah, I don't have enough evidence. And while they brought Chris Pratt for the ending, of course they did. I actually didn't think they would bring him back, but I'm actually kind of surprised they did. Obviously he's gonna serve a purpose in this episode. He finds a letter from Ben and he reads it, talking about him leaving was just inevitable and that he tried to do what was right and make a difference, and that him and his bros are true brothers. Despite these lame-ass government officials playing damn games, and that them being soldiers are just disposable garbage. Then it's just Ben living in the countryside of Germany, getting ready to make the people that screwed him over accountable for their actions. And I'm glad to see we get cool Ben again. It's always good to see that. He does a lot more cool shit when there's not a pussy around. And it looks like he's setting up to blow some shit up, which is actually really cool. I'm excited to see this. Chris Pratt Boy is in Germany without a beard now. Ben now reminisces his simp adventures that are long past now. He sends an email to his ex-wife saying, sorry he never made it home. Well, he could have made it home if he didn't do the op with Baldy Boy, which absolutely fucked him in the bumhole. Ben calls Reese and he picks up saying, where you at, homie? And he's like, I read your letter many times. And he's like, I got you, bro. I'll help you out. Ben says he called to say thank you. And how sweet. He's a true homie. Tech Chick gets a hold of Ben through a chess game online. And he's like, damn, put me on the damn grid so they can hunt me down and get them bearings. Baldy texts Mocha Dude and he's like, we getting this boy and them bearings. Ben gets a text from Tech Chick again that they've been talking and he's like, yeah, they're coming for me now. He turns some music on and he's got a convoy after him. And boom, bang, bang. Now that's what I'm talking about, a shootout. That's what I wanted, and they delivered just that. And then they started unloading on him, but they need them bearings. When they started to move into the house, I was thinking, maybe that's not the best idea, but hey, it's your funeral, and boom, the house blows the fuck up. And that shit is great. And did they not expect that? They obviously should have known that this was all a setup, but they were just like, nah, we don't give a shit. All these soldiers are just disposable garbage. Ben pops a few of them and they keep walking into his traps. I'm like, do these people ever learn, or are they just stormtrooper dummies? Obviously Ben didn't see them coming from the side and he gets shot booking it out of there. Now he's making a run for it, bleeding out of his mouth. He might be getting the almost bye-bye turn it off, but we know he's just living. Gotta give them props for making the scene at least cool and intense. And then he's basically done for it, but nah, Chris Pratt boy shows up to save his ass, bringing him a team to help him. And how the tables have turned, it seems. They start giving all these homies the bye-bye turn it offs. Then Reese picks up Ben to get him all patched up. Ben tells him where the bearings are to clear them from false charges against them from going to Lulu. Damn, he's got some true brothers. Something that's kind of rare these days. One guy digs them up and says the bearings are like
fucking lifesavers.
And honestly, I couldn't agree more. That's basically what I thought they were this entire time. Like, bearings, those are damn lifesavers. Then Chris Pratty says, you're on your own from here on out, Ben. Good luck. Now we hitting Israel, and this chick gets a strange package from Ben, and he gives her the bracelet from the masculine chick. Mocha Dude says he can't be a part of what Baldy's up to, and he says, you're on your own, homie. Now I'm just waiting for Ben to give Baldy the old bye-bye turning it off. And hopefully it does happen. Ben links up with Mo, Tech Chick, and CIA Dude. They talk about Baldy Boy and make sure he gets accountability for his actions. And they're gonna finish this and make sure they get what they asked for. CIA Boy makes this guy go bye-bye turn it off, but you know he just missed out on his happy ending. CIA Boy could have just given him some love at least, you know? Just stroke him off a few times, at least, you know? Mo makes Mocha Boy get the old bye-bye turn it off in an explosion, and they get what they deserve. Karma comes knocking, and it kicks you right in the damn ass. That's what you get for making a bunch of people go bye-bye turn it off. Baldy finishes his golf and finds out his Mocha Boy got the old bye-bye turn it off. And he's probably thinking to himself, damn, Ben coming for me. Ben meets up Baldy in his house and asks him why he did it. Turns out he just wants to start a goddamn war. And I'm like, really, homie? Ben says, what do you think the CIA do? And I'm like, clearly they do a lot of shit that ain't good. So maybe we should probably demote the CIA. Get rid of them too. Because they're always doing shit that's not good. Baldy says the only reason Ben is alive is because he was thinking he'd be sitting in the driver's seat, not the passenger seat. Ben says Tech Chick got all the messages between Baldy and the Mochas, and they turned them in, and Baldy gonna go to jail, and Ben just fucks off on his bike. Ben then turns himself in, and he's got them bearings. 2 months later, and Master Chief here, who lost his job from the Halo series, comes into this to meet up Ben. He wants to bring him back into the CIA, and he's like, nah, not doing that shit again. And he's like, sure, I'll grab a few drinks and a bite to eat with you, bro. Then back to the CIA, and Ben is put through a lie detector test about what he's been up to, and this basically concludes what the whole show was about. And it turns out he's joining the CIA, and honestly I'm not really surprised about that because he's probably gonna do some more fuckery. And then it ends. And I do think this show was pretty solid. There's a few parts that were pretty lame, like the masculine chick being a focus here and there, and then Ben being a damn simp. His character went from cool to simp, then cool, then simp, then cool again. I was like, can't these writers just make up their damn minds? So maybe the writers for the show can actually make him cool in the second season if it gets greenlit. But I do think it kind of deserves it because it is an actually decently good show out of all the shit that I've seen this year. I do think this show is basically a 7.5 out of 10. It does a really good job of just showing you some action, some conspiracy shit, and just things like twists and turns going all to shit. And I do think this show does a really good job of that. And it makes things a lot more interesting. And as soon as those twists and turns came in there, I was like, damn. That's pretty cool. But I think it took what? I think it was the 4th episode that they finally started to introduce some twists, which was kind of nice, but I think it was a little bit too late for what it was. They should introduce a little more twists at the beginning, but oh well. And I do think this was a solid finale compared to whatever the shit that Alien Earth crap was. This is like the Godfather in comparison to that shit. If you guys like this video, let me know your thoughts on it and subscribe to see more of my fun ass videos here.